guys, it's Yolanda here from My Pretty Brown Doll, where I specialize in brown dolls with natural hair inspired hairstyles. I am also the writer behind the blog mycrochetlife.com, where you get a behind the scenes look at my crochet life. So are you tired of yarn reviews yet? Like, are you tired of yarn reviews? Say no. say no, because yes, this is another yarn review. I promise my next video will not be a yarn review. I promise it will not be a yarn review, although I do have more yarn to review. But this one is a yarn review because I have to. I have to let you guys know about the Red Heart Supersaver and the stripes. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that gorgeousness? And the Red Heart Supersaver Ombre. So this has been out for a little while now. I have had it for a little while now, which is why I'm doing my review, because I'm actually ready to use it. And it's like, okay, before you use it up, can you do a review on it? Let the people know what you think. Get your review up before you actually use the yarn up. So first impressions of the yarn, like when I saw like that Red Heart was like, they were advertising it on their Instagram and on their Facebook, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? You know, this is apparently the year of the self-striping yarn, because again, we already have the Karen cakes, we have the sweet rolls, we have the mandalas. So pretty much every yarn brand has jumped on this self-striping yarn bandwagon. And so Red Heart was like, hey, let us get in on the action too. But the thing, my first thing when I heard that they were doing it was the ombre. Like, the ombre really caught my attention, because the way they were describing it, this was going to be like the first true gradient yarn from one of the big yarn companies. And so basically, when I say gradient, if you're not familiar with that term, basically with the gradient yarn kind of fades in from one color to the next. Whereas your self-striping yarns, they just kind of change from one color to the next. So it's like more of a stark, like it's just if you were to take several different skeins of yarn and kind of put them together into one skein, that's what your self-striping yarn is doing. Versus your gradient yarn, like I said, it's more of a dye, where the dye is kind of fading from one color to the next. So I was super excited about the ombre. Not so excited about the stripes when I first heard about it, because I was like, well, like, you know, we already have the Karen cakes, we already have the mandala, we already got the sweet rolls, like Burnett Pop, like that's been done. So, but this, the actual gradient, you normally don't see that with your big yarn stores. It's, you know, normally your local yarn dyers who do this type of thing. So I was super excited about that. And they had it where you could order it on the website at first, and then all of a sudden they were just like, oh, it's in AC Moore stores. Like, I don't know how they decided that it was going to go to AC Moore, but sister girl right here ran to AC Moore. I was like, what is it, AC Moore? Like, I ran to AC Moore. I will say, once I actually got to AC Moore and I actually saw the yarn, I was not as impressed with the ombre. I was disappointed in the colors. Let me put it that way. I was expecting so much more with the colors for the ombre, and I was kind of let down. But I decided that it was still worth a purchase, and it's still, because again, it is like the first time where the larger yarn company is doing like the gradient type yarn. I still like wanted it. I was like, well, you're still gonna get it, like, even though I was kind of sad with the colors. However, these stripe colors, oh, they came through for the win. Like, they are so vibrant and so beautiful. Like, I was just like, why couldn't y'all do the stripe colors in ombre? I was like, why couldn't y'all do the stripe colors in ombre? Because they are so pretty. They are so pretty. So just the facts about the yarn. Both of these are 4-weight. So the ombre and the stripes, they are both 4-weight yarns. They both are 100% acrylic, both machine wash and dry. With the stripes, with the stripes yarn, you get 5 ounces or 236 yards. This retails for $4.49, the stripes, online and on the and at AC Moore. So in the AC Moore store as well as online. And I've actually when I like Googled for Red Heart stripes, I am seeing that Walmart is already selling this online as well. Walmart and Joann's had it, but I have not seen it physically in Walmart or in Joann's stores. But when I Google this, I do see it for sale on those different websites as well as redheart.com. So like I said, I am super, super excited about the stripes, mainly because of the colors. Now, I will say this is the Supersaver line of yarn, because you know they have like Red Heart Soft, they have Red Heart with Love. This is the Red Heart Supersaver. If you are not a fan of Supersaver, you may not be a fan of this yarn. One of the biggest complaints you hear people say about Supersaver is that it is not the softest yarn on the market, and it is not. I do have to agree, but it is not difficult to soften this up. Like Supersaver is not my go-to yarn. Like I use Red Heart Soft before I would pick up Red Heart Supersaver, but when I do use Red Heart Supersaver, I do know that if I need that to be softened up, a quick run through your washer and dryer with some fabric softener. Some people say use vinegar. If you Google how to soften up Red Heart Supersaver, there are many, many different ways on how to soften it up. So I would not let that be the thing that stops you from purchasing this yarn. Like if you feel like, oh, you know, I just don't like Supersaver because it's rough, then don't let that be the reason that you don't get this. I would still purchase it because, like I said, it's very easy to soften up. With the ombre retails for $8.99. Again, you can find it online and in AC Moore. With this one, you do get, how much do you get? You get, so about 10 ounces or 482 yards with the ombre. So, and the ombre has 12 different ombre color choices, 12 different color choices. The stripes have 10 different color choices. Here's the thing, when I was also looking online, so if you're on the Red Heart website, the ombre has its own separate page where you can see all 12 of the colors right there and purchase the color that you want right there on the page. The stripes is lumped together with just Red Heart Supersaver. So when you look for it, it's amongst all 140 colors of Red Heart Supersaver. So just be aware of that. I do have a blog post up on this as well that I will link in the comments below or in the description box below. And on the blog post, I show you what to look for on the Red Heart website, so that you, if you're trying to order this off of Red Heart, that you're making sure that you're not getting like, because you know they have like multi colors that someone may confuse with the stripes. They have like multi colors, they have flecks or speckles or whatever they call it. But to make sure that you are actually getting the stripes brand, you have to look for a particular image, and I'll show you, I show that on the blog what you should look for. So project ideas. So here's the thing, Red Heart has an entire page dedicated just to projects that you can do for the ombre and for the stripes. Of course, the packaging also has different projects on it. On that link, again, that is also on my blog post where that link is, where you can see the different projects. They are free patterns, but they have, like, of course, hats and scarves. I saw like a boho vest, like one of those circle vests that they had made with the ombre, which I thought was really cute. I also think like a tote bag in the ombre would be really pretty. And then I have plans to use the stripes for an amigurumi project. And so hopefully I'll be able to get that done pretty quickly and show you guys what that looks like. But yeah, but I am excited about both of these, the stripes and the ombres. I did use a 55% off coupon for the ombre in AC Moore when I purchased mine. So because like I said, it does retail for $8.99, which is not like super expensive, but if you're used to buying yarn, you know, for $4 or $5 a skein, then that you may feel like, oh my gosh, $8. So yeah, or $9 basically, because it's $8.99. But yeah, I did use a 55% off coupon in AC Moore to get the ombre, and so that's definitely an option if you want to try it out. But I would definitely say this is an add to your stash yarn. Like, I would add the ombre and the stripes to your stash. As you can see, I got more ombre than I did not ombre, I got more stripes than I did ombre. I actually ended up getting 3 skeins of the stripes. This one is called Fruity Stripe, which has, you know, the orange and the pinks and a little bit of purple and yellow. So that one is Fruity Stripes. This one is Polo Stripe, and it is more purple and teals and blues. And like I said, that one is Polo Stripe. And then I got one more here that fell on the floor. This one is Flamenco Stripe. And so again, nice pretty orange, purples, and blues. They had like a chocolate and a gray and white, like some grays. So they go from, like, you know, if you can't tell by now, I clearly like bright, vibrant colors, which is why I got all 3 of these, because the colors were so bright and pretty. But if you are more toned down, they did definitely have some toned down stripes as well. And the ombre, to me, all the ombre shades were kind of toned down. Like, so none of the ombre shades are like super bright. They're all more like a pastel, subtle type of ombre. And so if that is your thing, then you probably would really, really like the ombre. But again, I would say this is an add to your stash. Add to your stash. I have seen projects, like I said, seen projects that people have made. This works up better than how it looks in the skein. Like, I've seen the projects and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. And then I realized that they're actually using this yarn. So it looks better worked up than how it looks here. And again, I really haven't seen anything that I was like, ooh and ahhing over the stripes, but I got a project in the works that I think is going to make me ooh and ah. So that is it, you guys. That is my review of the Red Heart Supersaver Ombre and Red Heart Supersaver Stripes. Like I said, I will leave a link to the actual blog post below if you want to just go read the blog. Again, it gives like pretty much all the same facts that I give here, but like I said, there are links to actual patterns that you can use, as well as how to find this yarn online if you were looking to purchase it online. So I hope that you guys thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, like, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe, like you want to subscribe. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And like I said, I promise you my next video will not be a yarn review. It will not be a yarn review. I got to find something else to do, even though I do have more yarn to review, because I keep getting yarn, y'all. Like, I can't stop buying yarn. But my next video will not be a yarn review. We're going to talk about something else. I'll find something else to talk about. So until next time, thank you for joining, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.